Alright everybody, welcome back to Skyway Classics YouTube channel. We are now going for a ride in our 2000 Pontiac Trans Am, or for short, the TA. Of course, you know the evolution of the TA started from the early 70s, even earlier than that. Of course, they like to feature Smokey and the Bandit, which is basically what this car is. Oh, look at that right in front of us, another one. But going to the one we hear featuring that mean black exterior. Of course, black is one of the hardest colors to actually paint or keep clean, being that black pretty much shows every kind of flaw that you can on this car. But of course, there are no flaws such that on this vehicle, which is why it's one of my personal favorites. But even so, you will look at it, it does feature the ram air hood, featuring the golden bird on the hood. Even so, you will realize that it has some upgrade style snowflake wheels, 19-inch. Of course, even so, looking into the wheels, you'll notice that it has a four-wheel disc brakes setup, which is even safer than the older style models, which only feature drum brakes or disc brakes in the front. Another cool addition about the vehicle is the fact that it is a T-top edition. Whether you want to stick your head out the window, whether you want to feel alive, or whether you want to get that power, that's definitely a good addition to the Pontiac TA. As we move on to the inside, you will see that it does feature a 6-speed manual transmission, black interior, twin bucket seats. Even so, it has the appropriate style console, and even so, the most important part, a clean dash. A lot of times with these fourth generations, whether it be a Camaro or a TA, you always had problems with the dash, whether they'd crack, rip apart, fold up. But as you can see, this one is clear as day, perfect as day. What I do recommend though is that you buy a nice little dash pad to keep it nice and safe. All your other functions, of course, work as can be. Blinkers, turn signals, you got your mirrors, locks, all the funny stuff you can get are cluster reading 10,000 miles from the odometer. And in fact, the best part about it is not lit up like a Christmas tree, but in fact having all working gauges. As we move on to our radio setup, you'll see that as an aftermarket Kenwood audio system with the nice little speaker system in the back. Of course, in the pictures, you will see a little bit more than what I'm describing over the video. Got cold AC going on right now. A heat works just as good as that. But even so, looking underneath the hood, featuring the 5.7 motor. A lot of vehicles in the Chevy GM family feature the 5.7, which is the best kind of motor you can get. Of course, if you take good care of it, you really will get a fine ride indeed. But of course, as we wait just 1 second here, we can open it up a little bit for you, get an experience of what you're actually going to be owning, or at least hoping to get. Good little clutch feeling there. You can hear that dual exhaust coming out the back. Fine little tailpipes to really give more style to the vehicle. And of course, right now we're cruising in fourth gear, right around 50-52 miles an hour, handling pretty well against all these other drivers. I mean, look at that guy. He's driving a Cadillac and he's probably past his warranty. I'm driving a nice little 2000 TA, and I probably get more class in, you know what, than he does. But as for now, though, we are just going to get it turned around and up on the lift. So if you have a moment, folks, please stay tuned with us to see the underneath.